Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the Dreaded Heroes Report. I think I reported one day last week that Samoa Joe's contract with TNA has expired. Word is, though, that he signed a contract before last night's Final Resolution pay-per-view. It's kind of unclear right now if it's going to be a short-term or long-term deal, but he's scheduled to work this week's tapings, which, in my opinion, he's the most underutilized wrestler that TNA's got. The WWE Champion, The Miz, he's booked for NBC's Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, December 15th, Wednesday. John Cena noted on his Twitter yesterday that he's headed down to Ohio Valley Wrestling, which is down in Louisville, and that's the site of tonight's Raw. Cena said he's got some big plans for Wade Barrett tonight's Raw. Ooh, we're going to have to watch it. About 2 hours from now, I guess. 3 hours. There's speculation that MVP might be able to use his gimmick outside of WWE company because he created the character before WWE signed him, may own the rights to it. Also possible MVP for a $sign might have signed over the rights to that character to WWE. Mick Foley, he's scheduled to appear at Last Call with Carson Daly on Friday. Ric Flair was not booked for last night's Final Resolution pay-per-view, but scheduled for this week's Impact taping. TNA is going to be taping Impact today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday due to the holidays, which I don't know what holidays is this week, but I think they're talking about Christmas and so on, because they tape way ahead. Former WWE pardon me, champion Randy Orton on his Twitter said that he's going to be at tonight's Raw and has something for The Miz. Oh, isn't that nice? Probably a Christmas present. Orton is expected to challenge The Miz for the WWE title at the TLC later this month. Orton missed the last week's Raw and several live events this week due to a legitimate knee injury he suffered at the hands of Nexus on 11/22 from Raw in Orlando. Spike TV sent out a press release Monday announcing that former WWE Stacy diva will be making a special guest appearance on this week's episode of their hit original series Blue Mountain State. Stacy guest stars as the Ultimate Football Wife in an episode of Blue Mountain State premiering on Spike this Wednesday, December 8th, 11 p.m. And what gets me, if it's premiering on the 8th, how could it be a hit already? Oh, people just ramble on about, well, you know how it is, you're listening to me. Anyway, according to multiple sources, I was telling you about Samoa Joe's contract, like I said, they could do a lot more with him. He's been there since 2005. Former TNA Women's Champion ODB, remember that? She announced Saturday at Great Lakes Championship Wrestling's 6th annual Blizzard Brawl event in Wisconsin that she is retiring from professional wrestling. If I remember right, she was opening up either a restaurant or she was getting married. Something was going on. Meanwhile, former WWE diva Serena Deeb, she got the haircut. She beat ODB, Tracy Brooks, Melanie Cruz in a four-way match to win the GLCW Ladies Championship. Recently released star Raven and Johnny Cashmere, this I can't believe, are advertised to perform stand-up comedy in Philadelphia Thursday, December 16th at the deck at Harbor Point. Raven is going to be appearing in the same venue on December 30th. I can't imagine Raven telling humor. Well, might be just me. Today is former WWE Tag Team Champions Dynamite Kid's birthday. Turns 52. WWE star David Hart Smith paid a visit to former British Bulldog at his home in Manchester, England during their last month's European tour, which, if you remember, he still holds bad feelings against wrestling. I don't know Vince himself, but just against wrestling. In bad physical shape, too. When asked if he would announce again, Joey Styles responded on Twitter. He said, "I don't miss broadcasting WWE, but if I ever announce again, it will only be for MMA. Nothing competitive to WWE." So I love WWE.com. He said, "I mentioned that he was a non-contracted employee for the official WWE website." By the way, WWE star Batista has a role in the Scorpion King 3 movie coming out, and well, I think they're taping now, but they're filming over in, they always say film. Anyway, they're taping over in Thailand. And WWE, for you iTunes people, released 3 new iTunes songs. The entrance music for Ted DiBiase, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre. And if you want to look this up on Highway to Helms, of course Hurricane Helms or Shane Helms, whatever you want to call him, has a weekly web show. And he talks about his idols. He talks about Shawn Michaels, and man, he talks bad about him too. He says the whole religious gimmick is a effing work. He says I can't. He don't like the cockeyed, cross-eyed piece of. And he just goes off on him and saying that he's the biggest hypocrite in wrestling. And he's has snorted more coke and done more steroids than anybody. Ooh, hope lightning don't strike. Former WWE diva Tiffany has teased new projects on her Twitter. She wrote, "I have 2 huge projects coming. Can't wait to tell everybody about them. Hurry, 2011. Must be something to do with New Year's." All right. WE returns to Citibank Coliseum in Lubbock, Texas, February 12th. Get your money ready. 7:30. Tickets go on sale December 18th. All right, here we go back with Juan Cena. Apparently, he's still out and around. He was in action at Raw Live event in Bowling Green, Kentucky this weekend, defeating world champion Kane by DQ. Cena played hot to the crowd and did a Mexican music and dance and all that stuff. And had the referee charge his shirt, like a bullfight and all this. And then came down Nexus to attack Cena. Nexus removed Cena's mask before he sent them fleeing to end the show. Oh, an update to the TLC post over the weekend about Rey Mysterio, Alberto Del Rio. It hasn't been announced yet what type of match it's going to be, but WWE has says not stipulated for the match yet, and the match on the match preview on their website, they say that some people genuinely don't like each other, and they just genuinely don't care about each other. And who will these two, Ray and Alberto, is going to be going to war either with tables or ladders or chairs at the WWE TLC match. Don't know which. Former WWE star Shad Gaspar is now taking bookings through BK Beast at ymail.com. I don't know why. Alright. SmackDown's Tyler Reks, he suffered a deviated septum in his match against MVP at the WWE live event in Istanbul, Turkey on November 14th. Reks noted on his Twitter that he recently got it repaired. Well, I had a flat the other day too. I fixed it. As noted before, now this is, I think, is just awful. I mentioned this last week. A ringside fan dressed in Hulk Hogan gear was asked to remove the attire and wear a Stand Up for WWE t-shirt at a Raw Live event down in Orlando. Anyway, the man, Zachariah Dandra, says he spent more than $700 on tickets to go to Raw that night and the Hogan gear. He was told that he could not stay in the arena without taking off his Hogan memorabilia and putting on the WWE shirt. That's pitiful. I wish they'd get over, trying to ignore people that was in WWE. Man. Doug Williams, by the way, won the TNA TV title from AJ Styles last night, final resolution, and there was no major reported injuries at last night's pay-per-view either. And if you caught the pay-per-view, let me know what you thought about it. This is kind of a strange deal. I hate to hear this stuff go on. Jeff Hardy was seen returning early to his hotel room last night after the pay-per-view. Some sources at TNA are saying the Hardy situation wasn't as serious as played out, but officials did consider stripping him of the title and pulling him from the main event. He had some weird. It was about his condition, and they tried to say his condition last night before the show, the pay-per-view, was due to exhaustion. Hey, I'm tired right now, and I probably don't look as goofy as he did, or acting goofy any more than usual. But he's got something going on, and I hate to hear that. I hope he can get himself straightened up. Matt, help him. God damn. Hey, thank you guys for clicking. I gotta go.